Now you guys are heading to Memnon because there's a library there that you guys want to just look into and see if you can find more information about this old cult and kind of learn more about what was going on. And then you were going to travel overland, but decided to travel to Memnon. Diogenes and his simulacrum are getting acquainted, performing a whole lot of acts of but in dark corners and recesses in Zanzibar. You guys had chosen. Now, is there anything else you want to do in Zanzibar before you pay your 500 gold? Was it? As we agreed to? Or you converted it down to.
Can you do a sound check for us? Because the things weren't on, so I want to make sure.
That's
all right. I just want to make sure that it's working now. Because I reset everything.
You gotta be honest, man.
What's that?
Oh, it's going so good.
But so that's where we're at. You guys were choosing to travel. I believe it was 500 gold. Not sure. Right? It was 500 gold, I believe, was what we agreed on. It was down from 800. Was it not?
Oh, we got it. Oh, I don't remember.
I think it was 4. I think you got me down to 4.
Yeah, it was
400.
500 minus the 100 that it would have
This
cost
is on
you.
the potion.
No, for the boat.
Oh, the boat.
For the
That's
boat to get down to Memnon. Okay. So, if you guys are paying for the ship, so just let me know. There's one in the harbor that they have a crew for you for 400 gold. They will take you there and they will wait for you. Right? We're sure you can find a way to communicate with the crew yourselves, unless.
So it'd be 100 gold from each of us if we were going to go, or I guess 75. Think we can go like there's 5 of us. Think we could say we offer 250 gold straight up, cash in hand, and we'll do a charisma check or whatever like that.
Not a lot of.
That's 50 from each of us. I mean, that's more gold than you'll see in a lifetime. You're guaranteed the business, and if we're not back in 7 days, you can just leave because we're obviously dead.
I'm not going to commit my ship for however long you need it. 250 gold.
Well, you were willing to do it for what?
400 gold, for 500 gold, but I was already being generous and making it 4.
Do you want me to roll for it?
You want to roll for it?
I do.
Do you want us to cost us more money?
Whoa.
Want to piss them off?
Can I do a double roll? Both the D20,
Can I roll? They save game.
As well
roll
as,
the dice. Reload.
I was going to say as well as the how do you feel about it dice. You roll the how do you feel about it dice, and I roll this dice.
I don't know. I've already got it down.
All right, I roll this dice first. It's a 5. It's a lot of money, man. 50 gold's a lot of money. I mean, you guys. I grew up poor. $50, 50 gold. That's more than my parents saw in a year's worth of work.
We don't know this guy.
It was worth it.
No, yeah, I agree. We're happy with the 4.
It was worth it.
For 250 gold, they will drop you off and they will leave you without any they'll leave you in a boat, in a skiff, like a lifeboat to row into the city. And there will be.
We'll pick it up.
No one there to pick you up.
What do you say? Can we count on Jay to just pick us up and teleport us later?
Yeah, I can also, if we find a plant,
saves us the money right there.
if we find a plant anywhere, I can take it.
All right, so we're good. Let's just do that. We saved 150. Like, you can thank me later. I mean, you can put 150 gold. Do you guys know how much money that 150 gold?
It's a city. You're asking for. They're offering you a ship.
Crazy.
It's very fast.
Well, no, I'm just saying we saved 150 gold.
There was a safe haven. You had a place in the harbor where people would. You had
money.
so
Our parties have
you have
had
given
piles
up.
of gold that Carl just. I gotta say, it's $10.
So you've given up the
Fine,
given
well,
up
to
the
me,
having.
I grew up poor,
Six,
man. We're
buying
talking like 10
castles,
copper was a lot of money. Here you guys were
You-
like, I
it's
just
cost,
saved
what it's cost you
150
is you
I've
no
never
longer
had that
have a
kind of
safe
money
haven
before
where
in
you
my
can
life.
rest
Like, this is the
with a
crazy
crew of
journey
12.
with you guys has shown me what it's like to be amongst royalty. Like, this is
So-
crazy.
That's
Yeah.
the cost. You can be
I
dropped
was-
off with a
I
rowboat.
thought you'd all
Yeah.
be like, wow, great job. Instead, they're like,
Squeal
you
or
slowed us down.
400.
Why did
Yeah,
you just
Squeeze
pay
is
the
gonna pay you
150?
$400 from his
Pleasure doing
Carl-
business with you, sir.
money. Carl's not allowed on the boat.
I must say I'm pleasantly surprised at having a fair dealing a transaction with one of your kind.
What's he implying?
I dare say that I wish you well. You have claim of the ship, the Value Fund, yes, for those listening at home, and it will wait for your signal by flare if you choose to depart without you or to wait. It will wait until the flare is shot. Please communicate if it will be longer than a week.
Well, you paid the 400 gold. You just paid the 400. It was just
Squee
nothing. to
doesn't
you?
give a fuck. Squee
Kira
wants
is just
He
a
wants to
wow,
ride
I
in
can't
your
believe
comfort.
it.
You saved all your money.
Yeah,
a
I guess.
Squee wants a spot where if we need to rest or we need somewhere that's not in the middle of the desert.
On a ship in the harbor,
I mean,
like
it's
off harbor,
wise.
right?
I mean, wow.
400 gold.
Squee has traveled the world. He knows the benefits
Inside and out, he wants to ride in comfort.
of
All right, are we going?
You depart.
Squee can make a lot of magical items too. He doesn't need the cash to.
That's true. You don't need to buy things. You can make things. And you've got lots of. Here's a ruby. What will this get? Here. Hold on. Smash.
I am
Yeah.
sitting on a
Yeah.
lot of money.
Right.
Squee is not.
So, travel to Memnon. Yes. Okay. On the way down, the trip down takes 2.5 days. Okay. As the crew gets further south, you hear them talking amongst themselves in their own dialect, which to them would be common, but it's a different dialect than you know. If you are going to cast tongues, and Diogenes is waiting back in.
No, we'll
That's
bring.
per-
Diogenes will come with us.
He's on the ship. Yeah. Him and his simulacrum have found a quiet space on the ship behind some boxes to explore himself. Because he's not here to stay on. No, he's doing whatever it is he's doing. Nothing happens on your trip down aside from the fact that the crew is nervous. They do not like the idea of coming down this far. If you cast tongues and communicate with them, right? They are all paid very well. These are not the people that you've seen. These are like well-fed and cared for people. They a hardy crew. The food has been different culturally, but quite good considering it's ship food. Right? The food's it's a lot of dried meats, but quite good. As you travel south again, they don't like the idea of docking directly, so they will have people. There's 12 of them of this crew, and they'll answer any question you have for the 2 days. You ask them if you cast tongues, and ask them questions. We can interact. Aside from that, when that's done, we'll be arriving here.
We will fill up their water barrels with the snow. Thing.
They're a lot
Fully
of
provisioned.
they're amazed without even roll. They're amazed at how like if you've got tongues only affects you, right?
Yes. No. Well, anybody I can talk to, they can understand me, but I'm the only one that can understand them.
Okay. So you're filling them up. They're very grateful. They're all standing around in wonder as he's doing this thing. And then some of them are like, as you get closer to Memnon, they're telling you maybe you want to not flaunt the liquid that you're carrying or what can become liquid. It will draw the evil to you. Unless that's what you're looking for, that will be a wonderful way to get it to you. But please don't do that when we are ashore and we're with the crew. Anywhere near shore,
You just tell me when you want me to refill these for you, and otherwise this will be it.
you fill 12 massive barrels of fresh water, and they're quite grateful because water is very scarce. It's all like they a lot of the other way. It's become like almost like a currency. Like the oases from that they all know about. You've heard them talking about. I've all like
it's water
dried up,
world.
right? Like it's like drying up, escape, like pressing northward and toward the ocean from these mountains. Now, this river. So the water line is not where it is. It's very far back. The boat cannot get close to shore to any of these docks. But you can see in the distance, this is like, maybe 4 or 5 feet lower than it should be, so that like for docking. Like you can see, these are mostly like not big ships. But they it's like it's too low for your large ship to dock here. A lot of this area, there's tipped over ships and wrecks that have grounded and listed in the direction of away from shore. But where there is no water, it's dry. Like the barnacles and everything that would be growing where the water was, it's all just like really, really dry and dusty looking. So that's what you see from a distance. If anyone wants to have any conversation with the crew, feel free to ask them questions or whatever. Otherwise, we will just. You can always retro and say, "Hey, if we were on the boat, perhaps I would have, as long as it's not like a specific piece, like
Exactly.
yeah."
Maybe we just ask general questions.
If you ask them about where the library is, okay, it's number 2 on the map here. This is the temple.
It's true. Any places we
The
should
theater of
avoid.
all faiths.
I was going to say, who's in charge of the city? Who's in
Yeah.
charge of the thieves guilds? All that stuff.
This city is dry, and the city is empty.
There.
There's nobody here.
Okay.
People have fled from here. The last person who was in charge fled north some time ago. We're one of the first to teleport into Baldur's Gate, where you all are from.
Is there any known life that we should be concerned with?
If you venture out of the city, worms in the sands, in the dunes, there's worms. Also, large, unusually large insects. But I mean, again, there's been no one's seen hide nor hair of any of the orc tribes that used to frequent the deep desert. No one's seen any hide nor hair of any of the barbarian tribes. No one's seen nothing around here has any water whatsoever. And so everything has either fled or died here. We consider it cursed, so we will take you to where you can walk, and we'll return to the ship. He hands you specifically a flare gun with 2 shots. One is a white shot, send the ship, come get us. The other one is clear out. Okay. So, that being said, so they draw a rough. They have this map. They have a map of the city, and they circle this area, the theater of all faiths. But where you guys are walking up, the easiest route for you guys to get up, unless you're going to stop and explore any of the tipped over ships or anything on your in, which you're welcome to do. Again, table dressing, right? Describe where we are.
Do any of the ships look fancier than others, or
Um,
more well appointed.
Cleared
Are
out.
there any ships that are even still docked? Or is
No,
that-
there's
Well,
no.
they're
This is
tipped
dry.
over, right?
This is
They're
all this
packaged.
white. All this white area
Yeah.
is too shallow for ships, and they've listed. So, you guys at the very edge here is where you guys are walking in like maybe 6 inches of water, a foot of water. They are not. They are not coming on. They're not going to bring their boat ashore. So consider all of this murky sandbar until the end of the white, this line, if you can see faintly this white line, that's where it becomes like dry. And everything is just dusty. So this is an old ruined bridge that would at one time cross the river. It's destroyed. It was destroyed a long time ago. Not 2 years ago, not recently.
Any of the ships draw our attention.
There's 4 of them. Aside from no, they're all kind of just they're merchant ships. They would be selling things, probably have items aboard or whatever. But it's not like some fishing vessel, like it's.
Right. It's
But
not,
but if you look at them when you go up to them, their hulls are dry. Again, the barnacles are dry. Everything that isn't slightly wet from being so close to the water is very, very, very dry. And if you go on and explore one of these boats, if you're going to or not, you'd see that people are inside. Like a person is standing, pulling a rope in the boat, like at work while it's tilted. But just like it's just standing there, but it's just dry. Like you could breathe on it, and it would kind of dust away. Right. As you move up closer to shore, I will take a Constitution saving throw for everybody.
I'm
Who's carrying? Oh, he's coming ashore right now.
I assume he'd come with the party, and we're all going together. If you're...
I'm just saying I don't have his character sheet. He can teleport to you guys starting next game.
we'll just we're not wasting the spell. He'll be with us. He just won't do anything.
Well,
Unless we
who
need
would
him
like to carry
He'll shoot
the-
some cantrips.
Okay.
Less than 2 foot tall.
If we were just using them as a cantrip fodder guy, just like Firebolt. Okay.
Yeah, we're not gonna.
That's fine.
You smell good and have jetpack boots.
Shoot,
I
but
know he has
I'm also
poly-
3.5 feet tall, so it's not like
Yeah.
19 on the dice.
You're good.
Plus whatever.
Okay.
12 con.
I have
You actually need to make a check. You didn't
None of you
check.
assholes want to carry me
But-
after I was a camel in the desert.
But you're yeah, it's good. Yeah. So
Well, Jay would carry. Jay's carrying me, right?
Well, if you said he's leaving.
no, he's just at the
No,
back.
He'll
Oh
come
yeah,
with
he'd
us.
carry. Okay.
If you're just going to
He's
use him and his simulacrum, keep his simulacrum behind you. So I don't want to control 4 attacks. Like for yeah. So that's what you see. Do you disturb the corpse? What do you guys have on you equipment wise? Like exposed. I mean, someone's got a bag of holding, right? A bag of holding's full of water, and it's sealed. What else do you guys have? Potions?
Yeah, I have my own
I have 2 healing.
I have 2 doses of potion.
Who
But
went
not, like,
into?
but not- I wouldn't have them hanging on my throat.
No, they'd be on you,
Yeah.
sealed in a container.
I've got a scroll of control water.
I have an unfinished potion.
You just want liquid things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just my snow.
But that's in a container that's sealed.
Yeah.
So I know no one's got no open liquid. So you guys head to. So you guys head into the ship. You see that thing? Disturb it at all? He looks like he's in mid. He's pulling the guy was in the middle of something, and you can see the distinct. He was shouting something to somebody with a gleeful expression on his face, and it's just like the moisture was just pulled out of him. He's like hot leather, like jerky on bones. Like that's kind of what's holding them up is the tension of the jerky. If you were to move, it would crack and all the stuff would shatter. That's what you see. So imagine, take that visual, and as you're done with the ships and moving into the town, I will say this area here where the hand is, right, is kind of where you would come up inside this, the highest point, right? It's too far. It's furthest away from where ships would have docked. You can kind of climb up the edge and get up here. Again, it's very dry. You see along the shoreline the occasional fisherman out there, just the his rods in the water. He's sitting there, right? You can see there's as you're walking, there's just dried out bodies of fish that are just sitting on the ground, right? There's the algae, the seaweed and stuff that would have been growing here is crunching under your feet, it's dry.
I
So
spit on the ground.
as you spit on the ground, it's like you have this dry kind of cottony feeling left on your mouth, on your tongue, and the spit doesn't touch the sand before it's gone. It has a nice arc to it and all this, but even the gooberous phlegm that was in there is just kind of, it hits the ground and it just kind of ashes. It doesn't make it all the way to the ground, and that feeling doesn't leave your mouth. Yeah, you have
cotton mouth. Yeah. Does it impose any penalties?
Cottonmouth's gonna be pretty bad too. Yeah, pretty bad. So, you guys would proceed upward, I'm assuming. Yeah. And this area represents, just as you get out here into it's just coming to this walkway here, right? It's not built out exactly like it is on the map. It's mostly for flavor. Okay, but so imagine towards Adam and Matt is like where the water was, and this is up at the entranceway into where the city was. There's a lot of old buildings by the shoreline and some newer buildings that were built up. This place has, you look around and it's, what time of day did you come here at, by the way? You wouldn't have done it like, oh, the sun is setting, let's go, unless you specifically want to go. You arrive at, say, noon. You would have arrived by boat by noon, so now it would be like 4 in the afternoon.
I'll arrive by boat for like 9. We left at like 6. That would be 2.5 hours.
You guys could have planned out your whole departure time, known when you were arriving, and picked your time to make this, right? You could have had scouts kind of your thing, scout the area. So, you guys you're coming up from where JC is, kind of into where we're talking. So, you can put your minis over there. Depends what you guys are gonna do.
Okay.
And that can be Tusador. Only because you named him Tusador. I know he's trash. So, as you come up, you see this area was once a nice, like, naturally occurring kind of, would have been a tide pool at one point before this was all kind of built up and packed around it. But they've kind of preserved it because it's a nice thing. There was at one point, you can see along the edge, there was like a lot of mussels and like probably what were once brightly colored, like mussels and clams and things like that growing, and corals kind of around this natural kind of pool that's near the lake where people would gather and so forth. See, people are just going dried up husks of people who were just going around their daily life, as if nothing was happening. This lady is walking from shop to shop with a basket in her hands full of whatever. There's depending how you move around or how you're a bird, right? So you can be flying, whatever. So I'll just describe it all. There's a bard here playing a lute and a guy singing, kind of mid, just kind of. And there's this. As you walk, there's this thin white layer of dust, kind of that's settled on the sand, and there's no wind, kind of blowing around here. Since you've gotten and been walking here, okay, when you were down under under the slope of the cliff, you could understand why there'd be no wind. But up here on the cliff edge, as you get up, there's still no wind. There's this like you're walking around, you're leaving footprints obviously behind the sand, but there's this like layer of white kind of on top of all the sand. And you're just disturbing it as you walk. Right? There. But you see that there's there's no dead horse in the thing. It was just where do you guys want to go with that description? Over here, there's a guardhouse, so like an old fortress where people would you'd go in and pay your tax and whatever. This was a low but like kind of a lighthouse that would signal out, hey, directing traffic. There's an old building here that is actually kind of broken down, but it's like a ruin of like some significance to the people of Memnon, but it's kind of been preserved. It's been rotted away. It's left. You've been to Cuba. Everyone been to Cuba, and there's like old battlements and things like kind of left in their state from some war or battle from some time ago. Cottonmouth is still bothering you. It's very quiet. You're flying around. There's no birds, no dogs. Where you are up in the air, like there's no draft. If you're not pushing the air, it's just still. It's not nice. It's not a comforting still. Right? What do you guys do? There's the scene. Stage. These represent areas where there's no wind now, but wind has blown sand up and it's kind of accumulated on these buildings. But
I'll sneak and I'll try and get as close as I can to the statue to observe while stealth.
okay, and you're flying around, so
Do I see that there are actually people here?
they're not people. They're these
They're
dried
husks.
up husks.
Oh,
And unless you tell me you're doing anything, there are people like
What about the bard? Is the bard also a dried up husk?
oh yeah.
Everybody's.
This person sleeping and this person laying here,
yeah.
these are people who were like kind of like fell down. Like they're
Yeah.
broken husks. Something's disturbed them and they've fallen over.
Nice. All right, cool. Well, yeah, I'm still gonna go and I'm going to double my movement, I guess, and then do a stealth check as my.
Show me your route.
I'm gonna hug the house.
And I ideally just okay. So hug the house and move yourself up twice your movement.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Twice your movement.
5, 6, 7, 8.
The guy,
Right? Is
there's
that
a
right?
guy
Is
there.
how much do I get? Is it 8?
You move. What's your speed? 35? 30?
40 on my first movement.
Yeah. 8 squares.
Okay, 8 squares. All right, cool. And then I'll do a stealth check to try and hide at the end, and then I'm going to be observing, just so you know, from that vantage point, hidden in stealth. I guess I can't cast the other thing. 16, yes. So 16 plus 12, I guess.
So 28.
16 plus 13.
That's your stealth. 29. He kind of walks away, kind of crouches down, by the bushes, and unless your passive perception. You guys have a hard time seeing. Carl, from your vantage
Plus
point there,
13.
you can see you're flying around. You don't You do see a cat and a dog. Still. Just motionless.
But alive?
They went in mid-run.
It looks like it's just like frozen time. Like it's just.
But the skin of everything is pulled taut. It's like it happened rapidly.
Is it almost like a petrify on them?
Yeah, I mean, you're welcome to interact with them however it is you like.
I wonder what happens if we put water.
So, Carl, you're up there. You see exactly what there's a guy cleaning a statue doing maintenance work. The statue is, lovingly maintained.
Is it a dex roll to
sti-
drop one
Now,
on them from
okay,
the sky as a bird?
Give me
You
a
run- you
religion
run the
check.
risk of not getting caught
religion
off.
check.
True.
You get the other
That's a
con.
good. Yeah.
Unconscious.
Give me a religion check.
Oh, I think I have it. I do.
Oh, 15 though. Impressive.
It's you don't recognize the deity up front, but it's someone that was obviously very important to these people at one point. Kind of, you just can't place it. Kind of familiar, but you just can't seem to place it. But yeah, so these are people who just gathered. They were just gathered around talking, right? When the people moving around doing their thing, you can see guards on the rooftops would have just been keeping watch over the city, kind of, keeping an eye and signaling.
All right. With my cloak and boots of Elvenkind, can I try and sneak in closer to the statue so I can listen in on what the bard and everyone's saying? Curled up dude, and like get right on into the
Sure.
civilization, I guess we'll say.
Sure.
All right. Still staying stealth.
Is anybody else moving at this point?
I'm still.
And I'll get in over to the side.
I'm just swooping in the sky. I'm not.
Yeah, but put yourself wherever you want, but wherever
Okay,
you want.
I'll sit up.
None of these buildings though are the library.
No, that's further into. That's further
That's
in. I'm
fine.
just. We'll probably
Yeah.
we'll do that next game, but I wanted to
For
set
sure.
the stage for what you guys are walking into here.
Do we notice any banks, any more fancy higher end stores? Maybe magical.
That fortress would have been where people would have been going in to pay their taxes, and it's kind of
Squeeze a collector. He's looking for
yeah.
anything.
that
No,
that
especially
building
if it's gold.
is kind of represented by like this kind of building here, where everybody who comes down from the wharf basically comes down within sight of this square. It's not like a town square, but it's an area where anybody coming off of the long pier, they'd have to pass through here. So it's like a choke point if you want, but that's why they have the guards up on the rooftops at all times, keeping watch for suspicious activity. What are you guys doing? So you've established what people don't have. And I did check on what the deal is with simulacrum. It's actually considered an illusion, but it is not comprised of snow. It's made of snow, but it is no longer snow. Transmutes.
And when it dies, it becomes snow again.
So
How does it work with cantrips?
everything.
As much as it wants.
It can do everything the Bladesinger can do. Cantrips unlimited. It doesn't have a 7th level spell and it does not regain spells. Can be mended by a specific process, not like cure
Can be
wounds.
healed.
It's 100 gold pieces per hit point to restore, and it takes a long time. Cheaper just to kill it and buy a new one. So
I've developed a soul that can destroy you. Actually.
didn't used to do
You
that.
wanna
He
kill
had like
Jason
he did that. Oh, no,
Kind of
that's
familiar.
yeah, it's familiar. Yeah, and
Kept killing
then he
them.
hired the guy. And then brought the random squire into battle. Got the squire killed. Had him resurrected, but as a centaur.
You
and
him,
hated,
'cause
and he
got
hated
the-
him. Totally changed his alignment. But that's in the future. That hasn't happened yet. That's yet to come. So you're where you are, Carl. You guys walk past Carl as you moved up. Put your piece wherever you are going to be, Carl, and tell me what you guys are doing.
Well,
Everything is still. That building, yes, is
So what's the bar doing?
absolutely.
Is there movement out of these guys or what? So no one's even moving. So they're just chill. They're frozen in place, basically.
Their skin is dried.
You
they're
ever
all-
watch, you ever
they're-
watch the storm?
their
When-
eyes.
when they go to the planet.
So
I wasn't sure if they were still animate or not. But
So,
they're totally like just.
give me a
frozen in
perception
space.
check. Give me a perception check.
It's like they were in the middle of their day.
Can I just get? I guess 10 plus 13, so 22.
Their eyes are like raisins. They're not missing because there's no crows to eat them. They're just raisins.
All the moisture.
So they've almost been like beef jerky.
Yeah. Their skin's very tight. And like,
Yep.
I'm not. You guys must be able to interact with them. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Doing an Arcana check. I got a 27.
So there's magic that could do this. Like, what's that spell? Where you can. Oh, it's a necromancy spell.
Unmoisten.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It drains them.
Yeah, anti-life shell and stuff like that, where it can repel them. It's even. As soon as I see it, I'll be able to show.
If it's a 6th or 7th level. Just keep scrolling. It's the whole thing.
Horde wilting.
What does
Yeah,
it do?
draw the moisture from every creature in a 30-foot cube so to deploy within range. Each creature in that area may con save. Constructs and undead are unaffected. Water elementals make a advantage. A creature takes 12d8 necrotic damage on a failed save for half as much.
Magical plants.
Now, but you've heard of this spell. You've heard of a spell that does this, like exactly this, but not on this scale. Right? There's as an artificer, that tells you there's got to be a mode of conveyance. Like someone logically would be putting this on something and spreading it, right? And that white film kind of that you're stepping in kind of lingers in your mind, and that cotton mouth feeling that you're getting. Like this all
Good as
probably like asbestos. It's all just particulate matter, remnants of remnants of an event that happened. Right? It's like all the moisture was drawn out, and this might just be the crystallized things in the moisture that weren't water, right? And they're just gone. And you say you've been about this area searching and whatever. You haven't seen a bird. You haven't seen, heard a frog. Nothing.
It's almost like maybe there's a field with a radius that if we were going to pass one step beyond it, there's birds and frogs. One step inside of it, everything stops. That
Did
would
we
imply that
notice
there's a
anything like that
radius.
when we came in from the boat?
There was no fish. It was silent. No ship was moving. It was silent, and they were terrified of coming here. Hence the cost. But that's why they're staying away from shore, sending a ship in. But they are very adamant that they are not going to set foot on the land. It's cursed.
Our boots are getting covered in this white.
And you're gonna need- How long does that last? An hour per.
I can do 9 hours.
Yeah.
10 hours of it.
Yeah, twice per day. So you can do it like 20 hours a day. That's cool. So your feet are clean, and your socks will be clean in the morning.
Yeah. Maybe
And
I'm
I'll
gonna
just-
put a little bit of this. I'm gonna collect some of the powder to beaker this.
Okay.
I'm gonna pour it on.
I got magic boots.
Great idea.
So this old building, again, was once like probably somewhere of some importance before all this built up, and it's broken down either due to neglect or some old war, but left as a relic and a reminder, and a very nice. It makes for a very nice, peaceful atmosphere. If there was any sign of life, it would otherwise be a very idyllic, sandy seashore desert town that would have been thriving and full of life. The banners in the windows, like the balustrades that hang out, that stand out with the pinions and stuff in the windows. All that fabric is still there, covered in dust, but there's no wind. It just hangs, and it's got this film on it. Feel free to go and do what you like. You're watching the bard not sing, and the guy singing, and he's like, they're like just like belting it. They were in the middle of a jam. They were feeling it.
So whatever happened all at once as kind of like almost like an explosion. So if we were to look at, and you said their skin was like sheared off, kind of in the cool anime style.
Not sheared off, just
like sucked away from
like
them,
a
right?
prune.
Yeah, but it looks like it was pulled away, like you said, kind of.
Yeah, it's so dry
Okay.
and
It's like
rapidly.
the
So-
Beetlejuice had
Yeah.
shrunk.
If we were to go and we were to look at their expressions, the way that they died, we would try and follow that to where their central point would be based on how it looks like. Was there a central location that caused a rapid influx of all the moisture? If we were to look at like the way they were sucked, like this guy sucked this way, so he walked that way.
No, they're
This
not
guy
sucked.
sucked
They're
that way, so
shriveled.
this
It's not
way.
It's just everywhere
They're just
all the
shriveled.
time.
Oh,
It's not coming
They're
from
not
the direction.
crushed.
All
However,
But I
if
mean,
you're-
it makes sense that it would happen all at once.
if you're
or else
looking
they
for
wouldn't
on
all
the
be.
land
so-
in a map.
if you're looking for
Yeah.
directionality,
I'm looking at the ground
Yeah, exactly.
to see where the sand is.
Yeah.
Because if everything's not moving, it blew at one point in time and then stopped.
Yes, combine that with the directionality. Go.
Okay,
That's what you
so
want.
the back of the statue is caked with this white powder. So whatever it was originated in the pool, in the tide pool, and imploded, erupted, like centered there, moved out from there rapidly. Apparently, from the expressions on their faces, very rapidly.
From the statue.
From behind the statue,
So
in
this-
the
the
little
tide
crater where
pool-
the tide pool was.
Oh, crater of the tide pool was. I see.
When we crawled up from where docks, did it look the same way? Like, is it just it all originated from bodies of water kind of thing?
So as
particular
this
body
area
of
that
water.
you've come up through would have originated there, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it that if it were to affect the whole place, like for it wouldn't originate here for the entirety. A good point that you deduce that there must be other places, other epicenters where this event happened.
Yeah.
It was like a multiple event happening, not like all at once, but numerous center points. That being said, where are you? Give me a
I'm gonna
perception.
move over there.
Give
Is
me
it
a
a perception or an investigation?
If you're investigating, tell me specifically what you're
I am gonna move towards the pool.
Okay.
I'm gonna avoid people though. I don't want to bump anyone over.
through the trees.
Yep.
Beside, you don't even see him because he's he is the knight.
I'm gonna take a look.
Okay.
Closer. Right on the nice, but still an 11. Bad.
Beneath, so they're like everything and there's like the seaweed, whatever life, all the lily pads, stuff that was in here that was like, nice and peaceful. It's all dried and down and covering everything. It's covering the mussels, it's covering the clams. You can see a couple of the snails, even the mollusks, like snails, like they're dry, right? But yeah, there you don't see much of it. Like,
Now you already did an Arcana check. But does this look like a disease?
this was an effect. He got that this is something. This was an intentional effect. Something happened here. And
Because
talking
the
to the
scale,
crew.
it needed something to spread itself. Which
and
is
this is what
powder.
started 2 years ago when everyone who was near Memnon at the time fled from it. Right? Memnon is what they considered like ground zero.
I'm gonna just kind of.
You're scraping up like it's coming out like sheets of this green. It's like dried the underside of a lawnmower.
Yeah.
Like dried on,
yeah.
just like. Someone emptied that in 2 days in a row in the parking lot. Oh, what a fucking joy that is to clean up. It's a pain in the
What a
ass.
bitch when you do that.
Yeah,
It's
like,
a big
dude,
deal.
like,
Right before they put it in the trailer.
So you've gathered some. You're kind of moving the stuff around in the pool. Is everybody doing anything else in the meantime? Fine. You see him kind of showing an interest in the tide pool.
I'm examining the bard for magical items. They are bards after all, known for their
The loot. He's you know what? The loot he's playing like looks gets covered in like this same kind of film, but that's probably valuable. Probably got jewelry on. If you're gonna get closer and look.
Is there anything he's wearing that looks like it's naturally projecting any kind of a feel that's keeping the stuff away from it? Like it looks clean.
No, it's
everything
dusty.
else
It's
looks
dusty.
dirty.
I'm just saying, you have to. If you're going to examine and start pulling things off the body, then you're welcome
I
to.
stay
But if
away
you're-
from the bard. I stay away from the bard. I disturb nothing. I am the night. I walk silently and carefully.
Shadow.
I pop out so the party knows that I'm there.
Okay.
I'll rejoin you guys.
Suddenly, nothing happens.
Yep. Newsflash: everyone looks dead.
I'm gonna go into the town hall with the
The fortress,
The
where
fortress.
the tax collector.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
If
all-
there's nothing more.
So, so you guys are heading over to that direction. So you head up. I can build it out if need be. I can inside, but I'll just describe it until I need to build it if I need to. Inside, you come up the staircase, which you see into a narrow 10-foot wide room that splits off into two areas. To the left, there's a staircase that goes up and a staircase that goes down into the square tower. To the right, there's 3 steps that go up into an area where there's a large open room with a desk at one side and a man sitting there with scales on the desk, weighing something out. And there's a young boy, the husked remains of a young boy beside him, moving stuff from one table, in the middle of moving stuff from one table to another. Their wine glasses are dry. They're on the table, they're dry. Their water flasks are dry. The apples and fruit and food that would be on his desk,
dehydrated.
What do you think would happen
on the scales. He's weighing out some kind of black powder against like a set weight, like a 3-ounce weight. And he hasn't set it down. The weight's there, but he hasn't set
Yeah,
this
so
on the
whatever
scale.
happened did happen suddenly.
Hydration.
Oh, that's the black powder.
Well, 17.
It's a magical component used in a great many things. It's like a nitrate of some kind. It probably fairly flammable and explosive. Looks good. It's like it's got like a nice little rainbow sheen to it. It's still dry, but yeah, there is coin on the desk, also covered in this white, even indoors covered in this white film. Like it's almost like the moisture of their body. You got a 27 Arcana check, which is drawn out instantly, and everything that wasn't just water just like became dust and settled.
I'm just gonna turn
Your feet are dirty
back.
now. Your poor boots have never been more dry. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm being restrained.
The water's
Okay. So you touch the ground and you feel just like a little heavier, like a melancholy kind of like whatever. You just feel like more blah, like you're coming down, like you're you touch the ground and you're just like, and you feel a little bit tired. If you fail again, you will have a level of exhaustion.
You guys not touching the ground?
Succeeded.
faster.
Oh. I'm gonna drink one of my potions.
So you're removing the stopper. Drinking the potion. Yes. Where is everybody exactly on that? Inside that room?
I'd be outside the room. The
I don't want to be inside the room.
Well, I
Safe
wouldn't be-
distance
I'd be-
from whatever it is that you're thinking.
I don't want to be
Well,
inside
I'd
the room.
35
I
feet
didn't move my guys.
Plus-
I'm still doing
Plus
the
1
stuff,
foot. Whatever you're thinking.
I would be
about.
keeping you guys in range, so I'd be able to back you up.
I don't remember inviting Matt inside this room with us.
I actually never said that I went in the room.
Dirty.
I just said that I landed and became a human.
And wanted to take that's fine.
I wanted
but
to walk
your
that
feet
way.
your feet touched the ground and made the con check.
They did, yeah. But I didn't land inside the room.
No. But we're just dealing with your feet touching the ground, and then you're saying, "Oh, I feel this way."
Ah, yes, I do.
And
then
where
I
are you
opened-
exactly?
I was up here. They're going in this building.
Yes.
I would have landed probably about there.
Okay.
Outside the building.
So we're gonna do this. I will move the building. Yeah. Yeah. The room over there. Table. Man behind it. There's the boy gathering stuff. Imagine there's sacks and bags around him. Okay. Gotta take quarters. Door that is there is there. Stairs go up from here and then up to this one, down to this one. Okay. You pop the cork.
Yeah.
You drink your quick lid. Your quick lid, yes?
Yep.
Okay.
Looking into the thing.
It has its effect.
Yep.
So what is the effect of it? You are no longer
I can remove one of the following: charmed, frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, or stunned. I was
So-
assuming it was like a poison. Might be
Not a poison.
curse. Oh.
not poison. But it does because you cracked the thing, drank it still.
It did.
So as you're drinking it, you're getting some of the liquid, but you can feel it. Like there should be more.
Yeah.
You're getting the full effect, but there should be more. Doesn't feel wet when you drink it. It's almost like it hits your tongue and it's like watered down vodka, right? But there should have been more. There should have been more. Give me what's your passive perception, right? hear some cracking nearby as the heads of the two workers that you're standing in between kind of twist and turn towards you as their skin around their neck breaks and like turn and start look at you and start moving towards you. We are in.
We're inside. We don't know what's happening.
Oh, true. I will at this point
Scream!
immediately. Yes, I will scream.
So on
I
the
should've stayed
inside
a
or
bird.
outside this is happening?
It's
Outside.
outside. I'm
Outside.
here,
Okay, good. I'm glad that I'm there. All right, awesome.
but there are 4 people in there with you. So.
I'm out there at the statue.
Oh,
He's out-
okay. Yay!
Zombie Nation. Zombie.
Zombie nation.
Zombie Nation.
So they twist their head. Their skin cracks as they twist towards you. Their initiative is he had a 23 passive.
23 initiative passive?
No, his passive was what caught it, right?
What?
23 passive.
And I've got alert, just so you know, so I can't be surprised on him.
Okay. 21.
Oh, and you'd have to roll that.
20.
14. I
Roll
rolled
J.
14. I rolled a 2.
Pretty good though.
I don't know.
Could be better. So we got Squee with his 21.
You know what?
No, I got 20. I think he had
I'll
20.
add a
Okay.
Battle Master charge.
Oh,
to
don't
that.
you have Heroes Feast as well? You guys,
Oh yes, they do have the
Oh,
heroic.
that gives
you
me
guys,
advantage,
would have
right?
done that on
Yeah.
the ship,
It
right?
gives me advantage to that roll?
I can tell you all the
Noman.
names. Sorry.
Sorry. Hopefully that gives me
You
something.
each have 2d10 additional hit points. You're immune to poison or being frightened, and you make all wisdom saving throws with advantage. 24 hours. So it doesn't help here. But you do have 2d10 additional hit points.
Do you
And-
roll the 2d10 or do you?
I can roll it.
I'm gonna use a
He rolls it and then that's
I'll roll
what
it.
I'm gonna use a Battle Master die to
Do I have I don't have a thing for you there, Mr. Aegis.
Okay, I'm
Shargans.
gonna roll that
Just
for
use
you.
And what was yours?
8 and a 4. So you each have 12 additional HP.
Sorry, I was waiting to
Yep.
see if there was
There's not.
a bonus thing.
I
Bonus
will
to
use
wisdom.
it.
Not.
I will use one as well.
Me at 15.
And I'll use ambush as a Battle Master. 17 is my total.
All the bottom. That's me.
Frightened and
And everybody would have partaken of that.
everybody would have had.
Did
You
you?
get to 12 people.
So not the crew.
Just the
Choose
captain.
random
His name is Heptite. Heptite B.
brother of heptite C.
Heptite
Doesn't
B.
do anything.
Good old
B.
Heptite.
Okay. So
Of the Zalufon. The Zalufon.
aboard the Zalufon. It is Noman. It is your turn, sir. You see
right
this
away?
happen.
Cool.
Their skin cracks. They turn and look at you. It's daylight, but you see like, well, you don't see nothing. Just that it's daylight. It was as soon as you noticed as soon as like the liquid, like less than a moment after the liquid touched the air as you were drinking it, these things came to life, and there is a slight breeze that
And are we seeing that kind of ripple of awakening, or is
Like
it
the
just
blue?
these two that
right
were,
now, so far, it's these two.
we don't notice the two beside us?
Not currently. What's your passive perception?
All passive.
You're in there with 16. You hear a coin drop. Like something. You guys have been very careful not to touch anything, but you hear the sound of a coin drop. Okay. There's like a little shutter of dust off the back of the little boy. You just see it just faintly, like dusting off the. Right? And you see the coin that fell roll kind of over toward the old man. So, you are, sir, on your turn.
Yeah, I'm going to target you three. Actually, no. It would
I'm way
probably
down there.
be you two, because you're inside the.
What do I work
You're
at?
both
We should
inside
go
there,
right
right?
inside
You're
the
within
down.
30 feet of me.
Gonna say
Doesn't say. Number of willing creatures within 30 feet of you. This
They're
can
not
include
within
yourself.
30 feet of
Yeah,
you.
I can move. And I'm not base to base. So
You saw them go into the building. The door is still open.
Yeah.
Their
I'm
footprints
gonna-
go up inside.
I'm going to burst through the door and yell, "Ah!"
Okay.
That's it. I'll say the I don't know what are they,
Bodies over,
ghouls?
motherfuckers.
The ghouls.
They're alive.
Oh yeah, they're alive
Yeah.
there, bud. They're coming. They're coming inside. Be careful. And then I'm gonna cast Emboldening Bond on the three of us, and I'm gonna assume Jay will have come up with it because that makes sense. Maybe not.
We'll just pretend
no,
Jay's
pretend
still
Jay's not
like
here. Yeah,
coming
okay, he's-
along with.
okay,
He's
fine.
at the ship
So
with
the three of us. Then I
simulacrum,
cast Emboldening
still
Bond,
teaching you how to walk.
which
It's
gives
just us.
us the 1d4 on something every turn.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that lets you roll an extra.
Yeah,
on
you can
What?
roll 1d4 on one thing every turn.
wherever you want, right?
Do I
It's
put on
saving
my
throw.
initiative?
Is it a one-time
No,
thing?
you. We didn't know it was going to be initiative, and you were away, so I have to be within 30. Sorry.
All good.
Is it a one-time roll?
Nope. You can roll it. You just
It's
roll it
turn.
once per turn. Yes.
Cool.
You can,
An
it's
extra
like a
D4?
guidance that you can kind of put on.
Not damage though. Just
not
attack
damage,
rolls,
just attack
saving
rolls.
throws.
Yep.
Multi-purpose blast. That's good. I like it.
And then story. We'll do that.
I will say,
I will cast Sanctuary on myself.
Bolding Rod's a bonus action. Oh, sanctuary.
Bonus action, yeah.
Okay. Sanctuary on yourself. You want some of this?
Done.
So you're standing in the staircase. One goes up, one goes down, right? Right
Yep.
behind you.
Yep.
And on the top floor, there's another single floor, like a narrower staircase that goes up to a single floor before you get onto the roof. And then the one that goes down to, and then there's a quick spiral staircase that goes down. That's your move. You're done.
That's all.
Tapped. Sweet.
I cast Mordenkainen's Faithful Hound.
Oh yeah. I got the name. That's for sure.
How many hounds is you get one?
This one. So I conjure
so
a phantom
faithful.
watchdog in an occupied space. It has to be within 100 feet of me. It's invisible to all creatures except for me and can't be harmed. When a small or larger creature comes within 30 feet of it without first speaking the password, the hound starts barking loudly. The hound sees invisible creatures, ignores illusions. At the start of each of my turns, the hound attempts to bite one creature within 5 feet of it that is hostile to me.
There's your dog.
Nice.
Not as warm as the giant.
Hound's attack bonus is equal to my spellcasting ability modifier. And it deals 4d8 piercing damage.
They can't be harmed.
And
Period.
it can't be harmed.
That's pretty fucking
Nice.
cool.
It's ridiculous.
The level spell is at 4.
Yeah, but
It's the real
And it
deal.
lasts for 8 hours.
It's the real deal.
that's the best. That's the best thing.
That's
man.
why I
Like,
cast, I'm like, even if this
Do
isn't
we-
the major combat for the day, I've got it for 8 hours.
So I'm gonna assume using water here is a bad idea. Trying to use
Looks like
water
it.
to damage.
I feel like it'll.
It's either really good or really
I was
bad.
gonna. I was gonna wait until someone had to urinate, water, whatever. You could set up camp and nothing would happen until water touches. In quantity, your spit never hit the ground. Goblin loogie,
Right? And that's
mud butter light.
take a step back behind him, knowing that.
Good. Yeah. Initiative count 20. Carl, what's your passive?
My passive perception is 20. That only happens in the movies. We'll take him out first. I wasn't sure if it was like aging them or if the white stuff was with it that they wanted to disturb it. Let
Yeah.
sleeping, dehydrated husks lie
Wow.
situation. I saw this one MacGyver when I was really young that actually gave me nightmares. I don't know if you guys remember MacGyver. All right, so there's this one episode of MacGyver with the one like really hot like doctor or whatever, and she created this fungus that aged everything. She's like, look what it's doing for the crops. The crops are becoming like mature overnight. We'll be able to end hunger and everything. And then MacGyver walks in on her one day, and she's all basically super aged and everything from her own formula, and looks kind of like a husk. That's what I can see possibly happen to these people. They created something that would husk you out. Now we know that's not the case. Then we didn't. That's all good. The loot will still be ours. Okay.
All these things are slowly creaking and coming to life. On initiative count 20. You just see like the sound of like the grotesque sound of like snapping, like very, very dry
About
skin.
the same.
No sound. Yeah. And on initiative count 20, that's when that ticks. Pierre.
All right. I'm going to take out the bard right away from my hiding position.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and he is wearing a nice hat.
Yeah.
Okay, well I don't want to hit the hat, so I'll go in. I'll go in like right for the bod. I'll just try and explode his husk body with just a nice, well-centered shot.
Okay.
May as well. And so it's pretty much it's from hiding.
Mm-hmm.
And I have advantage. That means
Piercing.
15, 19. So that would be 19, 33.
Yeah.
All right, so it's a critical. That means
Piercing. Right.
critical piercing. Yep. All right, can I borrow some of your dice? I need your special dice for this. That way I don't have to ask for it all the time. It's so funny. I bought some of my own dice, but I didn't buy the right kind of dice. Yeah, the true test. Your dice. You cleaned, but now can you still access? I hate that because sometimes I'll clean and then I can't find what it is that I cleaned.
Oh, I took them to the school for the kids. I didn't have that in the box. I'm gonna get all the kids in school their own set of dice. Print off a mini, just some generic minis.
I've got this one. Remind me of this one. 8 over here.
No, put all mine separate because I have so many.
Oh, okay.
If you're using mine, just use mine.
Okay.
Just so that I get my report.
That's probably a good idea. 1, 2, 3.
So it's piercing
Alright.
damage.
It's not good when the DM pulls it like that.
Yeah. And it was -5 to hit.
Okay.
So 8, 10, 17, 21, 25, 30, 35, 45, 46, 47, 52.
Yeah.
No damage.
Okay.
52 damage.
So 26. So your arrow passes directly through it, and it's like the skin. The only purpose it serves, looking at them more now, is like kind of like armor, slightly increasing their armor class. But your arrow passes through the dry, dusty husk, and they're actually more like skeletons, just covered in this layer of dried flesh. Right? So, but they're it still falls down. You snap its spine. The 26
Excellent,
damage.
excellent.
The top falls off.
What about the loot?
Hits the ground. Sickeningly, like a ding.
No,
hits the
Alan,
ground.
you didn't have to do it.
I did. And you know what, Carl? It made me feel angry. It
Oh,
made
so
me
you
feel
were
angry
angry.
to do it. But
Angry
it
that-
happened. Hey,
No.
mistakes were made.
You know what? The fact that it went king like that means it wasn't magical.
No.
A magical one, it would not be going king. All right, well, I have a second attack, so I'll
I
go
mean,
after.
it's still a loot. It would still hit the ground and make a noise like if you dropped a guitar.
Attack 2, I'll go after his buddy over there. I guess I'm not hiding anymore. I'm still going to take the -5 on it. So 10 plus 8 is 18.
Hit.
And it does
Their
the
AC
extra
16.
damage. All right, and I'm going to take my last attack on that guy, on the last guy as well.
You're doing all your attacks on that guy?
Well, no, the last one now, because you killed 2 of them, got killed, right?
Well, no, this one got killed from the crit.
You didn't roll your damage on that.
Oh, I thought you just knocked him over to show that he was dead.
Yeah, that's the one that
I'll,
used
I'll
it.
make that one
Yeah.
not count in that case. So it's gonna
What do you
be
mean? You're
1d8. Oh, 1d8 plus 7. 17. So it's 20 damage to that second guy.
Your arrow's stuck into him. He's still standing.
All right. So should I re-roll this one since I did it out of turn?
Did you hit or not?
I didn't.
No.
I'm just making sure that.
No, I've seen people. I'm a fan of. I roll my 3 attacks. It doesn't matter where I put them. Here's my totals.
Oh, but see, what if the first 2 would have killed him? Then you'd have that third one. That was
It doesn't
wasted.
matter where. It doesn't matter where. Because
what
you
if the
can.
third
Everyone
one
has
would've-
mobility in fight.
But what if it wouldn't have hit the armor class of the third person, but would have hit the armor class of the
number's
first person?
the number is the number. You say hit him, and then okay, that resolve that. Then I hit him, and then I.
Yeah,
oh,
that's
that
why you roll
fails.
each one individually. That's how you have to roll them individually.
After that, it is your turn. You're not moving anywhere.
I'll go back into hiding as my bonus action.
Okay.
And I
Yeah,
guess
okay.
I'll re-roll my stealth check. 11 plus 3, 24.
Aegis. Pardon me.
Sorry,
It's your turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm taking the head off the kid. Closest to me.
On the other side of the desk. So
Right
I'm
at the
gonna
right
get-
here.
So, okay. Okay. So roll the hit. He's got cover because he's a kid on the other side of the desk. He's
Okay.
not dodging you or anything, but beats the 12 AC.
I'm
Just over a little one. These are just dealers, grunts.
damage.
Piercing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
I'm like,
5 damage. Right? So your piercing is a rapier, right? So it does piercing damage, so he doesn't take 10, he takes 5. It like pokes into him kinda like an arrow would. It's like you're poking a beehive, kind of, right? Okay, and then you have your next
that's my rapier.
And you see also, like I said before, like they look like at first they might be zombies, but they're actually just huts. Like
Yeah.
really
They're
just skeletons,
skeletal.
right?
Yeah, I'm trying to take his head off.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna aim for his neck.
Oh,
12
12 for
the
him.
kid.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
12 for the kid? Oh, okay. Oh no, it's a hit. I got plus 14.
Okay, so
I'm
so your arrow goes through. You hear it snap off the spine, and the head just falls to the ground, and it just drops. And the stack of coin that had in it hits the ground and rolls. And as it's there, all the skin falls off it and just dusts and just lays on the ground. Very, very quickly.
myself one more attack.
Yeah.
Same thing. I mean, this area,
Okay.
the neck area.
With the rapier?
No, hand. Rapier.
Oh,
So rapier is left-handed, so I would have done this.
oh,
the
I see.
kid,
Okay.
and then now
I
I'm
get it.
targeting over there. So that would be
Okay, that hits. Okay, so
because I have right because I've got sharpshooter.
yep. So your arrow sticks in, and a half 25. That's 12. Crossbow. Yeah, you get the four. You get the 4 attacks.
As long as my bonus attack.
Yeah. Ooh,
19 hit.
oh, 19 hit. Okay, so that it's not enough to take him down, but he's disjointed and knocked slightly askew. Okay. No. They can approach you, but they can't attack you, right? Without making the save. Okay. They're here, right? This is where he's throwing them is. Okay. 2 attacks on Jay.
He's not here anymore. Remember?
Yeah.
Didn't we
Yeah,
declare
he left.
that? We
not
did. We
actually
actually
there.
just left him behind with the.
Yeah.
With his
You did
minion.
just leave him on the ship.
Yeah,
then?
we just left him on the ship. He can teleport to us whenever he wants. He's got the
Okay.
thing.
Are we sure this is what we want? This is what we want? Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
No.
Well, I mean,
Bros, we're just NPCing them.
For a day.
We're not wasting a 7th level spell to have him join us. He was with
he would
us.
have been with us.
He was with us. He would have gone in the house with us, to be honest, right? He wouldn't have just stood outside
He would have been
knowing.
with the
He would have hung out with the gnome at least.
That's what I tried to say when I was going to cast Emboldening
Okay.
Bond on him.
Well, we'll keep him where he was, because you did the cast the emboldening bond and it didn't go on him.
Well, it would have.
But
That's what
exactly,
I
but
was
it
trying-
did,
I asked for it too
Yeah,
and was
yeah,
told
yeah.
I couldn't.
yeah, because he's out here.
We leave him outside.
Either way,
He's getting attacked.
I mean, you're right there, so
Yeah.
you'll take out these
I
guys
get a
anyway,
wisdom
so-
saving throw on you,
Yeah, if you want to.
and I have to if I'm attacking
Yeah,
you, which
yeah,
I'm
if
going
you
to.
want to.
What's
Well,
the
then
saving
they
throw?
should have
20.
gone. If they're out there, they should have been able to shoot some spells at these guys. If you're gonna play it that way.
He could have
That's what I'm saying.
sliced 4 of them.
So we leave him on the ship. He burned a 7th level spell to join us next time.
No, we're not wasting the 7th level spell just for this. He's with us, but he would have. If we're gonna involve him in this, then he should have been able.
Yeah,
to
if
shoot
he's
some
able to be
cantrips as well.
damaged,
Yeah. Okay.
and he should
That's
also
all I'm
be
saying,
able to.
like-
Sure. Roll.
Before the
One
turn
cantrip,
ends.
one cantrip each, right? Because that's what he would have just done if he's just doing cantrips.
Yeah. What do I have? Firebolt.
Firebolt. Yeah.
And it was like 3d10, I think, at this point.
He would have done that first, right? Before they
I'll
moved
let,
out.
Matt's know this character so we can
Yeah,
roll.
not anymore, really. He would probably.
He has the same.
Oh,
basically
he's got
just-
2 right there.
Then
Oh,
what-
he
that-
would
what's
have
his item?
used
What's his-
Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
For sure, and hit both of those right there.
So I'll roll for him to attack. He's got like you guys have
You
what,
had,
plus
you had a
eight?
+8. Yeah.
Plus 8?
How do you be
A
higher
20
now that he's
A
pure?
21 and a 15. So 21 will hit one for sure.
He'd be blade singing as well.
I don't know all this.
So,
So
well, okay, he doesn't have.
no. So he'll do. I don't know what his damage structure is. I'd rather just have him cantrip. See, that's the thing. I'd rather just have him.
This is what I'm saying. Green Flame Blade is a cantrip.
No, like
No, but like
like
casting.
firebolt, so that it's just like bang bang.
We
Because
know
if-
the damage. We know what it
It's
does.
3
Right.
times.
right?
Okay.
'Cause
I
I
mean,
don't.
that's what he'd do, but I get it.
How much damage is it all? I don't.
It's 3d10
For firebolt, I know
firebolt.
firebolt,
You
but
hit
I
with
don't
one, you
know.
missed with one. You roll 2 attacks. It's all good. It's all the same.
Yeah, but I don't know all
Okay,
the.
Firebolt is at this point 3d10 yet.
Okay, so
So you hit with
Tw-
one.
yeah,
you
hit
missed
with one. so 3d10.
3d10.
So 10.
Make him cast that 6th level. What's that? Whirlwind Strike or whatever.
Still win strike.
Whirlwind Strike. Just doom, 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 doom. Gets through all of
Yeah.
them.
So this one doesn't make it to him. He still has one. Still has one. And that one will miss him to attack. Because I know his AC is 22. When he's
Yeah.
doing his thing, right? And then those guys have moved
He
everybody.
changed it on us, so I don't really know.
And then yeah, we'll go from there. That's fine. Everybody's waking up.
I think I would probably start trying to go upstairs. Okay.
The step upstairs is the one over toward Nate. Toward Aegis. Sorry.
Okay.
We can move that building out of the way so you can see it more.
I just want to see if there's anything up here and like.
We know it's there.
So, it's picture crates on either side, full of supplies like arrows, bows, things like that. Casks, and a small staircase at the top that goes up to the next floor, which has the door in it to go up. Okay, like a platform, you can get up.
To the roof.
Yeah.
Do I have enough movement to go up that?
Oh, you moved away from a threatened square. You don't provoke an attack. Oh,
I have sanctuary. If you want to attack me, you can try.
well, I have to do my
You have
thing.
to do a DC 20.
Yeah, no. I have to roll a 20. They have no bonus.
Why I used it.
Mm-hmm. So you, so that's what you see as you go up there. You go up the stairs and you see that there's a bunch of crates and a staircase that goes up.
I will actively make a perception
Okay.
to see if I can like find any way that I could keep them away from me, like barricade myself in a way from them. Because I want to stay away from these guys. Can't damage them.
Well, they can't. In theory, they can't hurt you either.
I guess.
And you know that casting sanctuary. That's the beauty of it. You can walk around. Plus, you can occupy people's squares. Lots of things you can do.
We yelled, "Where the fuck are you going? The bad guys are outside."
Oh, I can't hurt them there, bud. I gotta just help you. I will I guess in that case from the stairwell on these two and the remaining guy over here.
Yeah.
I will cast Bane.
It gives a minus 1d4, right?
Yeah, correct. And there's attack roll. Yeah. On attack rolls and saving throws.
On all of them, period.
Yeah,
No
on those
saving throw,
three.
right? There's no saving throw. It just happens.
You have to make a charisma save, which is a DC 20. All three of them have that.
Roll a d4. And put it off to the side. And annoy me every time I roll for those guys. But minus 4. Cool. So, squeak. Starting your turn, the dog can do its thing.
Yeah, dog. I guess that one guy in front of us is still alive.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he will.
The kid's dead, right?
Is dead. Yeah.
So the dog has to bite it.
The other guy is like barely hanging on, but he's present.
Dog rolled a 24, so that's a hit.
That's it.
17 bited it.
It's piercing, right?
Yeah.
So 17, so 8, but it's still enough to. It grabs on. It's invisible. You just see it shake. Everyone else just sees this thing shake violently, right? You see the dog. Do you see the dog? I think. Or
Yeah, I see it.
yeah. So you see it shaking this thing violently, and it's like breaks it, and it's like smiling, like Bowser would.
Then I'll use my action to make a force cannon and my bonus action to shoot it. Got the guy walking in the door. 19 on the dice, so that hits. 15, 20 force damage on the one.
So it's most of the flesh that was on this thing is just like pulled off, right? And dust as it goes. But the skeleton itself, although rocked back, you can see it's still there. 25.
And he gets pushed back 5 feet.
And he
Not
gets
that it
pushed
really
back.
matters.
This way, away from you.
Yeah.
Side the door.
That's right. And then I roll.
Okay. Initiative count 20. Anyone who is outside, you notice the wind starting to pick up. Right? It's still daytime, but you see the wind starting to pick up. And it begins moving this white kind of powder around. I need a con check from everybody who is outside. Dave passing.
20?
It starts to swirl like in the corners. It starts to eddy and create little spirals of this dust kind of kicking up in areas where the dust is all piled up on the buildings. see it starts to eddy up on the building, and you notice one kind of like eddying behind the statue here, as the powder is kind of being blown off the statue. Here.
All right, so I guess who's the green guy? That's
That's Jay.
that's Jay. All right. And I've got an injured zombie as well. That's on me, right? That I dealt 22 last time.
That's this one.
Yep. All right, sounds good. So the one that's attacking Jay, I'll try and finish that guy off. Actually, it's my from hiding attack. I'm going to go for the fresh one. See how there's the fresh one over there in the middle?
Yep.
It'll be the freshie.
Okay.
13. I have a chance to reroll one of them. So 29.
Yeah.
It hasn't had an action yet, has it?
Yes, it's moved.
It's moved. Okay. Well, I still got to move this thing dice.
Not a crit.
Yep,
There's
correct.
around.
Yep. 6, 9, 12, 14, 15, 17, 34.
No, 17.
Yeah. Oh.
Your arrow
Is it my
sinks into the cavity, and you can see it poke something out the other side.
Did that finish off the one that was in combat with
No,
Jay?
because you did the one that was fresh. You
Oh,
specified
that's right.
freshy.
Now I'll give the other one to finish off the one in combat with
Okay.
Jay.
Okay.
The first attack was a little too valuable. Not 20 on the dice. Wow.
Cool. There you go.
And on that 20, I actually get the bonus damage, the bonus 1d6, or something like that. How does it
Is
work?
it crits? Get that on a crit.
You get
Yeah,
the
but I don't
extra
normally get
weapon.
the
You get the
D6
extra
at all.
weapon die because you have
Because of my
your
From Piercer.
Your
Yeah.
piercer. Your extra
it's
weapon
piercer.
die.
So it's actually an extra
D8.
D8. All right, so I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 D8. 4 D8. 7, 14, 20, 23, 33, 40. I assisted him. Good job, me. All right, and I only get 2 attacks now. It's only in that first round of combat that I get the 3rd attack.
Okay.
So there's 2 other severely injured guys wandering around now as well.
Aegis. The other guy is behind the desk. The dog ripped him to shreds. You can knock both those 2 in the room with you.
Okay. Well, I should say bonus actions hide.
Okay. As you swing and you hit them, you've disturbed your hit. The stuff on the desk gets disturbed. Black powder kind of.
Yeah, 18. No fire.
I did the force cannon, not the flame cannon.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot this guy. I see.
Yeah, and he
You
just
said
took 20.
the door is open, but I probably can't see. Like that guy's, is he sitting in the doorway?
You'd have to take a 5-foot step to be able to see him. He'd have partial cover to take a 5-foot step. You'd be able to see him fine if you took a 10-foot.
I'm gonna move a little forward anyways.
Okay. Now you can see him.
Shot at him.
20. 20 from
20 damage. That's 9 points damage.
and piercing, right? Okay. So. If 25.
Limping on
Yeah, he's hit, he's been blasted,
Yeah.
and you hit him with the arrow, kind of like hit its mark, but just kind of dinged off a rib. And it's, I still have 4 attacks.
You
per
get a
round.
1d4 if you want it.
That's a 17 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Anything on him.
One, you can do one. You can't not do one.
That's definitely one. I have +7 on it already.
So how much damage did it do?
10 damage.
So
five.
yeah, it just passes. That second one passes through him and just he slumps.
I pin him against the wall.
Yeah, your arrow is in the corner and holding him upright.
I'm gonna take there. Out here.
Damage. So 12. Okay. And are you moving anymore? Staying where you are.
I'm gonna stay kind of close to this dog.
You don't know there's a dog. You know there's something.
Yeah.
The dog's
There's a leg, an arm of that guy floating in the air,
that's right.
shaking with a growling and the sound
Yeah.
of a joyous dog. This is covered in jerky, right?
Is he glowing?
He's
Because
invisible.
And immune to damage.
Like invisible, so like, but I can kind of see outlining it a little bit, like
I think
spectral.
it just says
Like a spectral dog.
No, if he's kicking up dirt, it is dusty, so that you might see something like flour thrown on him, but it would
the
shake up.
hound is invisible to all creatures except for me and cannot be harmed.
I assume that means it's like ethereal or something like
Yeah.
that. So
Stand near
The-
the flown arm and dust ball.
and the sound of a dog like
I probably
rumbling
would have
happily.
talked about this spell at some point. So I didn't know about it.
All good.
Yeah, choose the direction, right?
Hello, boys.
Oh.
Part 2.
And they begin,
We're back.
and they come down to the other side, and you hear them behind you. Pair fives, plus threes. Sorry, plus eights. Sorry. So yeah. So I actually have to. That was my saving throw. Is it melee attacks or any range attacks or any attack
It's just
against
attack
you? Okay, so I failed my saving throw, so I can't attack you, and I can only see you. Right? The 5 on the saving throws will fail.
Attack or harmful spell.
So they can't attack you. No, their arrows are drawn, and they
either choose a new target or lose the attack.
they're not choosing a target. There's no target they can see. Okay. Well, that's cool. I like Sanctuary. It's a cool spell. Oh, we'll say Usador would have gone, or would have gone before these guys. They want to
I
roll
kinda need
the
to-
roll the firebolt things.
I also
18 on the
Hit.
dice.
3d10.
3d10.
I got 3d10 here if you want.
Yeah, you can just roll it.
Okay, we got 18, and then we'll roll the next one. Then
17 on the dice.
yeah. So the two firebolt three would take this guy out. Not
oh,
all.
that's awesome.
He was already injured, just so you remember.
Oh,
It's
that
gonna
that guy.
become, like,
Okay, so
unpredictable.
So is the other, did he take out both of the injured guys?
yeah, he would have. Because yeah, he would have.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's the 2 17s here.
We worked together.
Yeah, would have.
That's wild.
So quarter after 10, just so people know, I don't mind playing a little later
It's only
today.
quarter after 10. We'll
No.
go to 11.
I'm just saying. I'm just letting everybody know that was in case people have to go. So outside, aside from this person, I haven't moved them. Okay. The eddying and the white mist kind of swirl around over on this building and start to become like a large kind of wispy kind of creature. Very far away. The wind continues to pick up, but it seems to concentrate more like on that spot. And you see it. Give me a perception check.
18.
In
Oh, sorry, 15.
So with all the combat going on and the wind picking up, there's like a lot of confusion going on. There's still one more undead. We are. My guys have moved. Everybody's moved. Oh, is there? Come here, bud.
Well, first, I want to alert them that there are people upstairs. You guys got to go deal with the people upstairs. And then I
I'll go
will
upstairs,
walk
you can stay
down.
downstairs.
Oh, I'm going to walk down to right here and face the door, and I will yell out again, "Cover your ears!"
Reaction.
Sure. Yep.
I'll
You
go
said that
first.
most of the everything was closed. All the windows were closed. And
Everything
stuff.
is closed.
Just thinking because of pressure. I'm gonna cast a gust of wind towards the door.
Okay.
I draw a 60-foot line, 10 feet wide from myself, and create strong wind in a direction of my choice. All creatures, when they start their turn, must succeed on a save or get pushed 15 feet.
And
back.
because it doesn't do damage, it's not
Doesn't do any
considered.
damage.
It's not considered
Yep.
an attack spell.
Nope.
It doesn't end your thing. Okay, so as you cast this, all the powder on top of the thing and the sand underneath it is all automatically disturbed. There's a 60-foot, and how fast does it go?
It doesn't. It just
Doesn't
has a
say.
strong line
Blast.
of wind,
So
and I can do it up to a minute.
a gust of wind blasts sand and debris out of the door frame, pushing those creatures. I have to make saving throws to be pushed back.
At the start of their turn.
Sort of their turn.
They'll do DC 18.
Your battery's very low.
Oh, no.
So what happens? This is just all disturbed. There's a gust of wind coming. 5,
It's
10,
straight out the
15,
window,
20,
straight out the
25,
door.
30, 35, 40, 45. The 80 is 16 squares.
I want to use it afterwards, almost like a leaf blower. At the house, we open up a couple windows, and I go
16.
and just blow all the dust and shit out of the house when
That's the marker for the end of your gust of wind. Is this thing.
Well, I'm trying to push all of them out, and then you said that there was wind coming this way as well, right?
It's
So I wanna
the
make
wind is
sure-
picking up steadily.
Yeah, I want to make sure that it doesn't blow any of the like dust and white stuff that's kind of everywhere into the building that we're occupying.
There's already that stuff in here,
Oh,
even
I
though
know.
it was all sealed. But
And I want
blowing
to
it
blow
out.
it out, but I want to try to get that out later. Out of
Okay.
the window. For now, I can keep this going for a while.
Sweet. Ready your turn.
So the dog will bite the guy in front of
The closest one,
the
right?
closest one. So 16.
You just move the wolf up the side. Oh, it is beside it.
It's within 5 feet, right?
Yeah.
10, 24.
Damage, right?
And then I will
So
use
another 12.
my bonus action to shoot.
Because that one hasn't taken any damage because you haven't hit that one yet. It's already.
That was the
that
one.
Was the other one
that was the one that was here at the door.
Okay, yeah, you hit that one for 17. Okay, that was dead.
The other two at the door are new.
Yeah,
They're just
that
in
one's
there.
new, and all these have.
I'll use my bonus action to shoot my cannon. It is 18.
Hit.
16 force damage. Back 5 feet.
The wall into the buddy who's pierced to the wall. Oh, this guy or the guy closest to you, obviously, right? This one?
Yeah, okay.
He moves back 10 feet.
5.
5 feet.
Yeah, 5 feet. And then my action will be to use Firebolt. And that's a 20.
Hit.
Firebolt's 3d10.
He's doing that. Can I propose something? He's doing that right into my wind. Can I blow the effects?
It's not fire, it's force.
Oh, okay.
The firebolt is just a bolt. Too, so. And then firebolt would be 20.
Hands, yes.
15. So 24
Something in front of
damage from firebolt.
Do it.
Okay, so
It's dead. Did you damage the guy pierced to the wall? When he got pushed into him?
he didn't actually move him. He moved him 5 feet.
Oh, so I didn't touch him.
He
Okay.
just moved. There's a 5 foot gap.
Me?
No. The
No, I was
They
asking
had
if the
that on
force pushing him back into the
into
other
the
guy
other
would
way.
have been
Yeah.
a couple extra points.
so the wind continues to rise outside.
I'd recommend that you guys, you being Diogenes